Todd, Julie Chrisley's daughter, says parents faced retaliation after her complaints about prison conditions. Special Forces. World's toughest test star Savannah Chrisley's parents were convicted of federal bank fraud and tax. Todd and Julie Chrisley's daughter Savannah expressed her fear that the severe conditions she alleges her parents are enduring while incarcerated could jeopardize their lives. The Chrisley knows best stars, who were convicted of federal bank fraud and tax evasion in June 2022, reported to prison on January 17. Todd is serving his sentence at the Federal Prison Camp, FPC, in Pensacola, Florida, while Julie was sent to Federal Medical Center, FNC, Lexington in Kentucky. In an interview with Fox News Digital, Savannah, 26, who is starring in the reality competition show Special Forces, World's Toughest Test, shared an update on her parents' lives behind bars. The prison conditions are not something that is spoken about at all, and I've definitely ruffled some feathers by speaking about it, Savannah said at the premiere of her new show. She continued, "They are in conditions where it gets to be 115 degrees inside because there is no air conditioning. There's black mold, asbestos, lead-based paint. They're consuming food that says not for human consumption. There's not clean drinking water. And when you look at this, you're not just serving a sentence for a term. You're serving a life sentence because of the conditions that you are enduring. And you don't know how that's going to affect your health." While FPC did not immediately respond to Fox News Digital's request for comment, FNC provided a statement with information about the general conditions of confinement for any adult in custody. AIC, the FBOP takes seriously our ability to protect and secure individuals in our custody while ensuring the safety of our employees and the surrounding community. We make every effort to create a controlled environment within our facilities that is both secure and humane, prioritizing the physical and emotional well-being of those in our care and custody, it said in part. Savannah pointed out that her mother was particularly at risk due to her medical history. In 2012, Julie was diagnosed with breast cancer and underwent a double mastectomy followed by reconstructive surgery. She marked her 10th year of being cancer-free on March 22 and revealed that her doctor told her she could stop taking tamoxifen, a drug that treats breast cancer and reduces the risk of a cancer return. "My mother is a cancer survivor," Savannah said. "Obviously, conditions like this are not good for her health and the recurrence of cancer. So it's a challenge. But I made it my mission to be loud and to stand up even when it's hard." Savannah went on to claim that her parents have already faced negative consequences in prison due to her voicing her concerns. "Unfortunately, by doing that, there has been some retaliation against them," Savannah said. "But if it means them being uncomfortable for us to make lasting change, then that's what we're going to do." Just this month, Todd and Julie were granted reduced sentences. The pair will now serve a combined 15 years, 10 for Todd and 5 for Julie. Todd was originally sentenced to 12 years, and Julie was sentenced to 7 after being indicted in August 2019 on bank fraud and tax evasion charges. They were originally ordered to complete 16 months of probation following the end of their prison terms. Julie's convictions included conspiracy to commit bank fraud, tax fraud, and conspiracy to defraud the United States. She was also hit with wire fraud and obstruction of justice charges. Todd was originally sentenced to 12 years, and Julie was sentenced to 7 after being indicted in August 2019 on bank fraud and tax evasion charges. They were originally ordered to complete 16 months of probation following the end of their prison terms. Julie's convictions included conspiracy to commit bank fraud, tax fraud, and conspiracy to defraud the United States. She was also hit with wire fraud and obstruction of justice charges. Todd was convicted of conspiracy to commit bank fraud, tax fraud, and conspiracy to defraud the United States. Prosecutors had claimed that the Chrisleys had submitted fake documents to banks when applying for loans. Julie also allegedly submitted a false credit report and fake bank statements when trying to rent a house in California. And then the couple allegedly refused to pay rent a few months after they started using the home. Watch it. Savannah Chrisley and Robert Horry admit there is no preparing for show Special Forces.